Hey, howdy doody, this is Loki and my friend Gertran. Don't forget, if you can, please give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, Gertran, what are we doing today?
We are talking about some homebrew classes that Loki found for D&D based off of Final Fantasy 14.
Since I don't play and I'm mainly a homebrewer, Jar is here to help me figure them out. So, we're going to be covering the Gunbreaker, the Red Mage, and the Black Knight from Final Fantasy. The link to the homebrew that we're using to review will be in the description below.
Unfortunately, you misspoke. It's Dark Knight, not Black Knight. But
Ah,
I'll give you a pass there.
let's start off with Dark Knight because FYI, we misrecorded the whole first time we did this, so we're going to start in a different order.
So Dark Knight is a tank type class job in Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
So with how tanks work in Final Fantasy is you get up there, you make the enemy hate you, and hope your healer's good at keeping you from dropping.
So what you're saying is, come at me, you big ugly bitch. Oh no, I'm almost dead. Healer, help me.
Yes. So in Final Fantasy, they did recently update Dark Knight. So instead of them hurting themselves to hurt the enemies a little bit more, they just waste their mana or NP or whatever the heck you decide needs to be said.
Yeah, that does not sound fun if I'm like, I stabbed myself. Now you feel pain. Kind of like in Mashal, goddammit.
I would kind of describe them as a quarter caster by D&D logic,
Yeah.
not half caster because they don't actually have spell slots.
Okay.
For some of their more interesting features in D&D, instead of burning spell slots, they're burning hit die. So
That is an
some of their
interesting mechanic, though, in my opinion.
like they have Dark Side, which is kind of like a barbarian's rage. It only lasts for a certain amount of rounds based on your charisma modifier. And in order to start it, you have to use your Well of Darkness.
Okay.
Uh, for D&D, Well of Darkness is just the amount of darkness in your body. Blah blah.
Darkness, my old friend.
While you have Dark Side running,
Yeah.
uh, Dark Side running in Final Fantasy, it just makes the enemies hate you more because you're
Your
scary looking.
edge. Your pure edge.
The pure edge. While in D&D, instead they make it so you're also doing necrotic damage in addition to your standard damage.
So, if for example, if you're in a zombie infested area, you don't want, or a zombie campaign, you don't want to use this subclass.
No, God, no.
Oh hell no! That would be like
You
healing the enemies.
would be healing the undead, which would not be pleasant.
That could give you an idea for a zombie-based, a zombie Dark Knight that's like, I refuse to die and I have to complete my mission.
True that, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy lore for Dark Knights is they are they are outside of the law, and they don't serve any lords. They actually fight to protect the meek, the downtrodden, the people who can't protect themselves.
Kind of like how some people should do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Final Fantasy, they are typically depicted in heavy armor wielding a great sword.
That's a lot of sword. But and I think we covered this when we were chatting. You could feasibly make a finesse weapon only Dark Knight, but that's kind of unoptimal in my opinion.
Yes, they want you to focus strength, charisma, and constitution.
Yeah, so you're gonna be you're gonna be a frontline fighter for sure. You can't be a middle range fighter.
They do have in Final Fantasy a singular ranged attack, and that's mainly just to get the enemies to come attack you.
Oh, makes sense. Because you're not doing your job if the enemy's running away from you.
Yes.
Damn, that
Also,
scorpion
Dark
flew
Knight
over here.
is one of the more newer classes. It's not the
Okay.
newest class, especially compared to what all we're looking through today.
Yeah.
If I remember right, it starts at level 30 in Final Fantasy 14. Out of 100 is not much. There are some classes that start at 80.
You're nearly at level 100 around that time. What the fuck?
Yes. So that's mainly because a lot of people, when they're looking at new jobs in Final Fantasy 14, when
Mm-hmm.
a new expansion drops, they don't want to have to completely grind out all the way to what's current stats wise for that expansion
Okay.
with that new class.
Okay.
I'm not
Uh,
against doing that. Uh, I'm not against grinding all the way up because that gives you plenty of time to learn the class as it builds, so you know what abilities you need in what order.
oh yeah, that makes sense. Age. With the power of
Okay.
red and age. I'm joking. What I gathered was it's a mixture of a healer, a damage, and a fighter.
Uh, so the way it's described by Final Fantasy is holy, unholy, and warrior, all in one, not perfect but pretty decent box.
Yeah.
Jack of all, master of none.
Yep. Yep. Kind of like the bard's ability, but with magic and stabby, stabby, shanky, shanky.
Yes, they are a dex based with intelligence.
Yeah. And I believe that they're quarter casters or full casters with the
I
sword.
would describe them as two-third caster.
Well, they have spell slots into homebrew that we're looking at, so
Yes, I say two-thirds because they are more caster than melee.
okay, okay.
Uh, they are, since they're depicted as uh, very dex-based warriors, you wouldn't want a weapon that isn't finesse.
Okay, okay. And you're a midline fighter, if memory serves you correctly, right?
Yes, you want to be behind the warrior, but in front of everyone else.
Okay, so you gotta protect. Your job is to protect the squishies.
Yes.
Uh,
One thing I
you,
love about Red Mage is they want to be in balance, which is exactly like it is in Final Fantasy.
okay.
Uh, in Final Fantasy, you have to do uh, your neutral magic,
Mm-hmm.
uh, either white or black, back to neutral, and then do the other. So if you did neutral white, neutral black, and you just continue that order.
That. Wow.
It is very, very complicated for my weird lizard brain.
Yeah, my weird lizard brain's like, what the heck? Why? Weird lizard brain, why?
Uh, but they are kind of like sorcerers in the fact that they get quick cast, or by this book it's called dual cast,
Yeah, so
where
basically you
they
can
can
shoot two
they have
spells.
to, yes, they have to burn one of each color of their balanced dice to quickly cast a spell, and then they
Yep.
can cast a secondary spell.
For those who don't know, as well, in the homebrew, you get the dark black dice and white dice equal to your proficiency modifier. So if you are at level 5, you have 3 of each. So have fun with that thought.
Uh, what's you also can burn them for other uses in game. When you have them maxed out, your red mage would actually jump into the battle like 30, 40 feet and just quickly stab the enemy a couple of times and just jump back out.
Kinda
which
like an
is not
Angry Birds. Guys,
amazing, but
but in
and that's where
game,
my brain kind of fries when I've tried Red Mage.
well, you were trying to at least you tried it. Ugh, dang, my tongue hates me.
If you're a long time player, like your campaigns go all the way to level 20,
Yeah,
Red Mages get disgustingly overpowered in D&D.
limit break.
Limit Break is so broken. Red Mages do 10d6 fire and 10d6 radiant, and if the enemy fails their save, they are blinded.
Oh no, and on fire. Oh, this could be more on fire. It's basically a radiant fireball
Yeah,
with fire.
holy fire.
Holy fire, let it burn. Next is the Gunbreaker. So that's more of a well-known class because you've seen it in Final Fantasy with not Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts with that one guy with the gun blade.
Yes, it is kind of based on Leon from Kingdom Hearts, which is bothers me because his name was Squall in Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh.
Uh, yes, his name changed.
Oh no!
Uh,
Darn you, localizers!
no, it's just he didn't look. He in Kingdom Hearts he changed his name. Lore-wise, Gunbreakers are very interesting. They were it's a class that was from the Gallian Empire, which are the bad guys, that
Yeah.
decided to defect to Eorzea, which is where your character is from.
Okay.
It is the Gallian Empire is not magic based; they are Magitech.
Kind of
So
like Hex Tech in Arcane, correct?
I don't think
Like
I know Arcane.
in Arcane they have like magic based weapons, but they're more or less tech than magic.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay.
Uh, I in-game gunblades, which are the gunbreaker's weapon, are
Mm-hmm.
typically depicted as great swords. They're always two-handed. In D&D, they made it so daggers, short sword, long sword, and great sword can all be made into gunblades.
Which gives you options on damage type, so that is pretty handy.
Uh, they are also both can be functional up close and at range.
Oh no! Imagine a shotgun's blade just stab someone and fire the shotgun shell.
I would not stab and shoot, but yeah, you technically could.
I'm taking well in D&D. You know, players were going to try to do that.
Uh, but what's funny is gunbreakers were originally made to fight off people with guns.
Wow.
So gunbreakers, yes, they are made to fight people with guns, which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just imagine a giant hulking man just with armor and a gun sword coming at you. Like so.
they have an ability to just launch themselves at enemies. It's terrifying.
Like how
Here
bad
he
could you
comes to
be,
wreck
man?
your day. At 6th level, they can launch themselves 15 feet
Damn.
horizontally in a straight line. Does not provoke opportunity attacks. That is terrifying for D&D.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and just imagine Hulk coming out of the sky and he has a giant fuck you sword and it's also a gun. Like, oh no.
I'd be more terrified of Thor, but yeah.
It's mixture of both.
Yep.
um, they don't have a limit break in this homebrew, correct?
They do.
They do.
It's not called Limit Break, but it is a limit break.
Oh yeah, this is
It
when
is
they say
called
no to
Warrior
dying.
Spirit.
Yeah.
No, they do not say no to dying. That is one of the subclasses level 18 ability.
Oh, okay.
Warrior Spirit is for a minute they are resistant to all damage.
Okay.
When they take an attack on their turn, they get an additional attack as a part of that action.
So basically,
So
you and this is me as a DM. Do I want to hit the guy that can hit me again, or hit the squishies? I'd rather hit the
and that
squishies.
yeah. So the Gunbreaker's job is to make in game is to make people not want to hit the squishies.
Wow, it's
That's
just
what it takes.
wow.
Job is to be big, scary, and make the enemies hate you.
Ah, well, yeah, you could make any DM's job a little bit harder when you think about it, when you get to that levels. But most games don't really get to that level. In my
Oddly
opinion.
enough, the Gunbreaker so far has the most subclasses in for D&D. They have Guardian, which is their kind of lore-friendly job of what they did originally.
Okay.
Hired Gun, which is kind of what they became after they left the Galleon Empire.
Okay.
Then they have the Commander, which kind of fits into while they're working for the Galleon Empire. And Lionheart, I'm not sure where they got that idea from, but it just probably a Final Fantasy VIII reference.
Yeah. For example, sad thing to include, but I have never played any of the Final Fantasies. I only played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. So, yay.
Oh man, you're missing out.
When I look at it, it's not really my cup of tea. So, with that all said and done, thank you for watching. Jartron, do you have any last words for the people?
Y'all have a good night. Don't do anything too crazy, or I will point and laugh at you.
He will do that. He will come to your house, be in your walls, and point and laugh. And
Maybe.
goodbye.